Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to unbox and assemble this Lazy Boy chair. This is a manager chair that we found over in Costco and it was retails for $199.99. It is item number 1363196. Again, that's 1363196. I will also have links to this down below so that you can go ahead and purchase this online or through Amazon. They are affiliate links. I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and use those links if you're going to purchase anything from Amazon. That really helps my channel. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is a chair that my wife actually picked because she is working from home. She does 2-hour-long meetings or so on Zoom, and she needed something comfortable. And while we were looking for something else at IKEA, it was never in stock. This is not exactly the color that she wanted, but once she sat on it, she found out that it was exceptionally comfortable. And because it was exceptionally comfortable, we decided to go ahead and get it right then and there. It has a 10-year guarantee. This is, of course, a Lazy Boy brand. And of course, when it's like that, you know it's gonna be comfortable. One thing to note that this is not an active type of task chair. So this is something where you're meant to sit down and be sitting down for a while. So if that's not for you, maybe a different chair might make more sense for you. So this does have its purposes. Being a manager chair, it is very comfortable, looks very executive, and for sure, it's gonna be something that is gonna be okay sitting for hours at length at a time. Now, they have this whole disclaimer here, tells you to go ahead and stop, contact them if you have any questions about the assembly. But since we're doing this together, we're gonna find out just how easy or difficult it's gonna do. I anticipate this is gonna take about 45 minutes to an hour. It's probably gonna take longer because I'm gonna be talking on the camera at the same time as I'm going ahead to assemble this stuff. All right, so in the box, we got a bunch of styrofoam pieces. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull these out. Now, it looks like one is blue, so this is slightly color-coded. I don't know if the instructions are gonna mention any of this at all, but I see the bit of the arm. So this looks like it's the right-hand side. So the blue one is the right-hand arm. I'm gonna take that aside. And then the white one is the left-hand arm, looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. Left-hand arm is the white one. I'm gonna set these aside and put them down on the floor next to me. Then we have, this seems pretty well packaged. Okay, so this is not something that I'm too worried about. If you get something that looks like the box is a little damaged, you should still take it out and check it out. This is the box with all the accessories, including a user guide and user manual to assemble it. And it looks really well packaged, I must say. There is the manager chair instructions right over here. I like that. This is definitely better than their typical made in China type of chair instructions. And then I got this right here. This contains all of the pieces, right? I like that. So this versus in a bag, you can clearly see that these are labeled, and they are labeled by part numbers as well. So, and they also include all the tools, in case you're wondering, they all include the tools. And as I imagine, they're all hex wrenches. So I'm actually gonna use a power tool. I recommend it. If you have power tools, obviously you'll know that it helps the assembly go a little bit faster. And then here's the rest of the pieces. I see a bunch of caster wheels. There are 5 total, makes it a little bit more stable. And then I see the main piece that, this is basically the piston that allows you to move up and down. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside here. The wheels, and then finally it looks like we have some plastic cover pieces. These are probably gonna be final pieces we do to go ahead and snap in place. All right, so these are snap-on cover pieces. This we're gonna use at the very end because usually they're used to hide screws. The wheels, go ahead and set that over to the side. And finally, we're gonna get the big pieces out. All right, so we have the big cushion. This is the back, hand side. I'm gonna set that aside. And just so you know, this is really comfortable. Really, I mean, this is designed for a big person, as a lot of lazy boy things. So if you are a big person, and trust me, my wife is not a big person, but it just makes you feel like you're on a throne seat, as what managerial chairs usually say. Okay, so here's the 5 legs that makes this super stable. And I must say the fit and finish looks only okay. I'm looking at this really closely, and it looks like the paint job here isn't that great. Yeah. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. I'm looking at this really closely here, and I will show you what I mean by that. Let me bring over my mobile camera unit so you can go ahead and see what I'm talking about. So the fit and finish, you see that? Look at this. That's a little bit disappointing. I don't know, that could bother certain people. But yeah, this is the paint job. Not so great, not very clean. Looks like a bunch of sand got stuck in there and permanently mounted on there. So that's a little disappointing. But otherwise, this is a big, very sturdy, potentially plastic piece, but very sturdy. Okay, so which totally makes sense. I'm going to put that down here. And then finally, we have these are the control arms, the control pieces that attach to the bottom of the chair that allows you to go ahead and adjust certain things like the height and I believe the tilt. I think those are the two things we have going on here. So these will attach to the base of the chair, left and right hand side. So there's not a whole lot of super adjustment that's available on this, but what it has, I feel like it's enough. As far as a manager chair is concerned, you're not really moving around a whole lot, so kind of makes sense. All right, let's remove that, remove this, and push the box out of the way a little bit. Let's get down a little bit closer here, and we'll just go ahead and try to show a little bit more in detail what we have going on over here. Okay. All right, now again, if you're doing this live along with me, I'm not doing any cuts, so this is what we're looking at together. It's always good to do a quick little overview about what's going on. There is an assistance number that you can go ahead and call in case you run into any problems. Here are all the parts, bits and pieces that I already pulled out. Okay, so take a quick look at that. And everything is actually in that little packet here. These pieces are all right here. See that? There's the two different tools, the different cover pieces. These are going to be put on at the very end. The main bolts are over here, massive bolt over there. This is usually at the very bottom to attach the two different pieces together. So that's that. We'll go through this instruction manual bit by bit and piece by piece. All right, so the very first thing we should do is get the 5-piece leg and attach the wheels. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me adjust the camera angle on one of these cameras so that we can show a little bit more about what we're putting together here. Here we go. A little bit better. Zoom in there. All right. So, getting this piece, I'm going to move this over here. We're going to put on the 5 wheels. And those are the caster wheels I mentioned over here. It doesn't mention anything about getting any tools out, so I don't think you need to do that. I have a helicopter flying overhead. So these would just simply attach here, piece by piece. Oh, look at that. Logoed quality wheels, definitely logo everywhere. These just snap right in. Just gonna go ahead and pop these in there. You're going to take a little bit of effort and force, so it's best to have this on some sort of surface that you can push down. As you can see, it's not that bad at all. Push that in. Total of five of these. This is going to be the easiest part. Now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, I don't want to spend an hour putting together the chair, there's definitely places that will help you assemble it, because an hour of your time could be worth more. But if you like little puzzles and following decently written instructions or whatnot, this might be for you. I know, for instance, my wife is not about it. So, all right. Done. So that's the base. Very solid. Okay. Next part of the instructions say that I then, right here, done with that, part 2, turn the base over, insert the gas lift. All right, so I'm going to take this and insert the gas lift. It's right over here. I'm going to stick this in right here, and it is this side down. So this part down. So this part goes right into the base like that. That's it. Super simple. Now, instruction part 3. Use 32 millimeter small screws to locate lower holes and 70 millimeter screws. All right, so basically look at this picture right here, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the parts H and I and insert that into what appears to be the back cushion. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna grab the back cushion, which means I need to unwrap. So for now, I'm gonna roll this thing away, get the back cushion. Is it the back cushion or the base? That's the back cushion. And then we're going to take the arms and basically screw the arms in. Okay, so if we look over here, down here, you can see there's these holes over here on both sides. And we're going to take parts I and then H and go ahead and catch that. So I'm going to remove this stuff. And if you get these mixed up, don't worry too much about it. You can go back in the video and take a look at it. All right, so the left arm, I'm gonna do the left arm first. Let's see which arm this one is. All right. Yeah, that's the left arm, all right. Okay, attach the left arm here. Take the long screw, stick it up the top one. The long screw is part N. Okay, I'm going to do a picture-in-picture here. Let's see if I can do that. Video sources, preview. Let's see if I could do picture-in-picture. So I will do this one. No, I will do this up there, this one down here. Right? No. Do this one there. This one here. Basically, I'm trying to figure out some sort of angle that will be better for you to go ahead and see. So I'm going to attach this one a little bit higher. All right, here we go. get a nice close-up here. All right, long screw in here, short one in here. That goes like this. You see this? You see this? Okay. I'm gonna adjust this angle a little bit higher. If I can, or can I? I don't think I can. All right, this is gonna have to do. It's gonna be a little awkward. So, take one long screw, which I already took out. Yeah, it's gonna be a little hard being my own cameraman here. This one, oops, almost lost the camera there. This one goes in here, and then basically the shorter one, which is part I, goes in there. That's the way I see it. And then this is to screw those pieces into that little hole down below. So that's what's going on here. So I'm going to line this up. Which you can see down here. You can see I'm going to line this up down here. This screw, and that one. I'm just going to spin it in. I think this is the easier part. So one there, then the other one, you really have to get those screw in there. So you got to line that up perfectly. You got to get the screw into that particular opening, like so, like there. There we go. All right, so you do one side like that, and then you're going to have to do the other side, same thing. Maybe I should have done this on a table. It seems like the ground has the most amount of space, and everyone has a ground, not necessarily a table. All right, so because I have power tools, I am actually going to go ahead and find the same size bit here so that I could do this with my power tool. Is it a 3/16? Let's see what size this is. Close enough. It's not a 732. Yeah. All right, power tool, or is it an H5? Is it a hex? It is a hex. Okay. So I believe this is a hex 5. So I'm going to grab this power tool right over here with the bit, and I'm just going to tighten this up. That's one. That's two. Okay, so one side done. I'm going to have to go ahead and do the other side. I'm going to turn this around. And it's nice that these things swing out of the way, these arms swing out of the way. So if you need to swing the arm out of the way, it's a little bit easier. Oh, I just messed up the screws. All right. This piece. So again, the longest screw with the washer goes in here. And one of the shorter ones go in here. And then they just line up to these little holes right over here. So that's just it. That's all there is to it. You line it up to the sockets. Spin it in. Spin. Spin. There we go. Now we use the power tool. That's one. Two. Now I'm going to hand tighten because I don't want to over or under tighten it. All right. Whew. Hand tighten. Okay, next part. All right, so that's done. Now you gotta put the seat, attach the seat down to the bottom of the base here. So now I gotta remove the seat.
Go ahead.
And that is Alexa speaking to me. This part looks like it's going to be a little bit annoying to do. Usually, when you have cushiony materials, okay, a lot of packaging. All right, so this obviously would go in here, and I got to get these two little holes down here aligned somehow just right. And that's pretty much it. So you got these holes here in the bottom of the seat. This is the base of the seat. That hole has to line up here, and this one down below. I'm going to do this maybe like this, so that could be easier. Oh, I have this on backwards. I have this on backwards. Okay. Okay, folks. Here we go. There you go. That fits a little bit better. All right. Let's adjust this camera, the angle down a little bit lower so you can see what's going on. Okay. So the base. Now, according to the instructions, the pieces that I'm supposed to use for this are the eyes. No, yeah, they're all the eyes, so all the shorter ones. So the instructions here, right here, they're the shorter ones. A lot of these shorter ones. So there are the bolts eye. Need 4 of them total, 2 for each side. Now the challenge is to get this in the slots on camera. Yeah. So these aren't the super short ones. These are the eyes, the same ones that we were using before. If it doesn't fit, it's not the right one. So make sure you do that, because I just got these things jumbled when this stuff just jumped down. All right. So you can see this is the challenging part. This part right here goes in there, and then this other piece obviously has to fit that hole down there. So maybe it's easier to do the bottom piece first. Yeah, bottom piece first. All right. So bottom goes in. I'm gonna screw it in just a little bit so that I get the groove in there. Then I stick this one in there and also screw it in just a little bit just to get the groove in there. Now, I would recommend just screwing in a little bit, not tightening it all the way, so that you can get all the pieces in there. Both sides in first, just a little bit. Oh, I gotta push a little bit, so definitely gotta have to push to get it in there. Yeah, gotta push a little bit to get it in there. Get around better angle. Once you turn it in a little bit, then I think you're okay. But I haven't gotten it in yet. And on top of that, I have a wrist injury. So maybe I will use a power tool to get in there, because my wrist injury is not helping at all. There we go. A little bit in there. Go in there. So I got one side in. Now I got to do the other side. Same thing. This side's going to be a little bit tougher. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be a little tougher. Same thing though. Just get the screws in there all the way inside. Lined up with the holes of the chair. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the angle this side. So that you can see what's going on. Actually, I'll move it over here. There we go. Then maybe you can appreciate the difficulty. It helps to push the cushion a little bit to the side. To get that lined up. Did I get it in? Okay, get that in there. I'm just going to use the power tool because I have it. There we go. Come on, get this lined up. This is by far the more challenging part of this whole assembly process, is getting this cushion, this bottom cushion here lined up. Okay, that's that part's lined up. Now I gotta get the bottom lined up. Oh no, it got out. This part, you could probably get a partner to help you push the... Yeah, this part's annoying. For sure it's annoying. Because I'm trying not to block the camera and do it at the same time. Oh, okay. I'm just going to show you this part. Basically, it's the same thing, but I am definitely having some difficulty getting this in while trying to not block the camera view. So, oh no, drop the screw. Let's see, should I do picture in picture so you can see? Yeah, I'll do the picture so you can see. See the challenge that I'm having lining up the screws. All right, once again, screw hole there. Okay. I think I got one side in. Now, second hole. Down below. Oh no. Okay, I should do the bottom one first. I think that's the key. You do the bottom one first. And I think top down is the way to go. Yeah, I think this is easier because you really need to be able to push down through it. And if you're doing it from the top, from the side like that, just so you can get a camera view, it's not going to work. Oh yeah, this is much easier. Do it this way. Do it like this. Do it from the top. You can see the holes. Yes. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to adjust the camera better, but you can clearly see when you do it from the top where the holes line up. So yeah, this is the way to do it. Do it like this. Do it from this angle. It's probably easier this way from both sides. Don't do like what I did. There we go. All right. Much better this way. So, one there. And one there. Push down. Push down, yeah. Much better that way. Sorry about the camera angle, but that's what you gotta do in order to get it done without another person helping you hold the other side. You might not have that extra person. My extra person's in a meeting right now. So use what you have around you to your benefit. In this case, it was the floor. Tighten that up. Okay. That's tight now. All right. Whew. Okay. Next part. Got those pieces down. Next thing up, we're attaching the whole control module to the base. So to the back of this unit here. So here's the back. We're going to attach the control base, which is right behind me. Here we go. Sorry, not the best angle again, but I really want to get this done now, and now I don't have the patience for it. Where's my knife when I need it? Out of reach, that's where. Okay, I'm just going to use my wrist tool to cut it. Yeah, this last part, getting the seat, the key was definitely use the floor or surface to make sure you push it down. It's easier to push down and line up the holes better. So looking back, that's definitely what I would do. Okay, control arm. Like this. Is it like this? I think it's like this. So, we get the right screws. We use the J and the K screws for this one. So if we look at so there must be the long ones and the two short ones. Here we go. It's got to be these two. It's got to be the set. So the longest ones and then the short ones, and it will be like this, and they actually show you right here that this is the front. So this will go in here. Yep, like that. And like that. And then the shorter ones go back here. Like so. Okay, that was relatively easy. See, right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and tighten that. Just hand tighten it. Now I should have a wrench ratchet one that I could use, but this tool is available. All right, next. Next up, we just go ahead and attach these little control arms to the left and right. See this control arm, this control arm. So this one goes up here. I'll just show you that right over here. All right, there's the control arm. This one goes up here, and it looks like it's just regular screws, which are right here. These short little ones. Right over here. These short ones, there's 4 of them. And it looks like they give you this. Oops. Let me grab that. And it looks like they give you this little hex tool to go ahead and secure those. So it's 1 and 2. And it looks like it also has built-in management for the cable. So you just run that through there, I guess, some sort of way. And think I need those other small, tiny little. Let's see, this one, yeah. These are H3 screws. And that's one side. And now I'll do the other side. Do the other side right here. Right over there. There we go. I wonder how much a chairperson charges to put all this stuff together for you. An hour time, what's an hour time worth on, what is an hour time worth for these people that install these things? Or what's an hour time worth to you? If you like to do this type of thing, I can understand. But this one, the hole is not even showing up properly. So the mold is a little bit off here. The hole's not going through all the way. It's weird things like this that mess up the experience for certain people. Now I actually have to take a little file or make a little hole here to get the screw in. Not too big of a deal. All right. Just a little mold issue. Okay, one and the other side is down there. All right, next up, those 2 pieces are down. I got the cable thing mechanism sort of working. Sort of. Okay. Now, next piece in the manual is attach this piece down here. It looks like the outer edge is supposed to fit over, on the outside. So we'll take this right here and pull this out here. Can you see that? Can you see that? Let's angle this down a little bit so you can see. This back piece on the outside. Screw that in. Just hand screw it. Like so. See if you can see that angle. There. Tighten that up. This is a hand tighten only type of thing. It's actually a lot more turns than I would have thought. Okay. That's tightened up. Then what's left is just take the whole thing, lift it up, and put it on the base. Okay. All right. That one should be pretty easy. Take the base over. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Geez, how long was that? It seems a little bit longer than I would think. All right. Have the base. Stick it on the base. Oof. Well, actually, what I could do is just stick this. Do it upside down? I'll do it upside down. Okay. Oops. Upside down. Stick this on the base. There we go. Now flip the chair back down over itself. Whew. All right, almost done. Almost done. Just a few more pieces left. Now all they want you to do now, this last part, is to, okay, so we already put it there on the base, is to stick on the covers, right? So stick the cover on and then stick these protective covers on. Well, not protective, but basically these covers. It's just basically a beautifying thing. So stick the cover on here, punch the covers on in here. Real simple. So yeah, pretty much done. Let me raise this up a little bit so you can see. So those are the last few pieces here. Get the cover. So stick it on there. Boy, this is a little rough.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be. This is a little rough, guys. But what are you gonna do? Return it because it looks a little rough? It does look a little rough, doesn't it? Look at this. A little bit rough. Okay, and then down here, we put on these other covers just to cover up the holes. Now you want to make sure these are appropriately tightened. If you didn't hand tighten them earlier, you should do that just to make sure that they're tight in there. You don't want these things falling off. Okay, final tighten and just stick the covers on. And that's it. That's it. You just do that on both sides. Like so. How long did that take? Okay, so looks like it took 42 minutes with a little bit of frustration. Okay, so that's one side. Flip it around the other side. Do the same thing. Last three pieces. And that should be all the pieces. There should not be any extra pieces left whatsoever. And I'm not missing any pieces either, which is usually a good sign. And it looks like I forgot to tighten this one up when I checked. I will just hand tighten this. I totally forgot to tighten this part. Because what I said was it'd be easier if you just screw the hole in there and do the final tightening after you did, and I just forgot to do it. So I'm glad I checked. I'm checking now. So overall, looks like it takes 45 minutes for a person doing this and messing up in a few steps along the way. So overall, maybe 35 minutes if you've done it before and you know the trick, the real tricks from the video. But you're not going to wash this first before you do it, right? Okay, then these pieces then go in here. Oh, there. 1, 2, last one up here, 3, and then the final piece is the cover, which will go right over here. And fit and finish is just a little bit rougher than I was expecting. But functionally, it's solid. All right, let's take a look at this. All right. now I'm done. Let's try the function. Raise it up, lower it down, adjust the lumbar support. I'll have to do a video review of this later. Unique mechanism here is the lumbar support kind of adjusts with you as you lay back, and you can actually lock it in place somehow. All right, that's it for this video. Please do like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you next one.